Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am C, aka Touched by CC, the MUA baby, and today we're gonna get into this look. Let's get into it. First, we're gonna get into the brows. She has natural full brows, so we're just pretty much gonna define them and make sure that we have that tail nice and sharp and clean. Then I like to go in with a concealer. In the front of the brow, I like to use a color that's closest to the skin tone. And then after I do that, I'm going to go into the brow bone with a lighter color to basically add that highlight and add that natural like lifting effect to make your brows look nice and clean and crispy. Also, all the things that I'm using today, I'm going to put in the description box below. Since we're doing a smoky eye, I like to start with the deepest color first. And what I'm doing is just applying this and packing it onto the lid and going in circular motions to diffuse it, to make it more gradient. And from there, we're just gonna add on more of the colors to basically get it back to that nice smoky gradient look. Now I'm going to go in with the second deepest color, which is a deep warm brown. It almost has like orange undertones, so it's going to really help complement this type of smoky eye that we're going for. We're going with a mixture of like cool and warm colors, and we're going to have a pop of green to really make her eyes pop. She has beautiful brown eyes, so y'all just stay tuned. Next, I'm going in with this last transition color. It's just a soft brown, and I just like to kind of just put that everywhere to basically diffuse the whole eye and make it just blend naturally. Now I'm going back in with that dark color and kind of just putting it on the lid to really intensify that smoky eye. And you want to make sure you have a precise, dense brush for this. And then when I'm diffusing everything, I'm getting a nice fluffy brush, pretty much to just blend it all and make it soft again. So brushes are real key when it comes to eye looks like this, especially smoky eyes. Big fluffy brushes get nice diffused looks, and then small defined brushes get that nice color payoff that you want when you have those small areas in that outer V. So make sure that you're paying attention to the brushes as well. And now I'm going to pack on that green. I just have a nice fluffy brush to really pack on that green onto her lid. I'm going back in with that defined brush just to make sure everything is nice and blended and not any harsh lines. Going in with that gold in the inner corners to help the eyes pop. I also use a setting spray for this next part because I'm going to be using loose glitters, and the setting spray helps apply the loose glitters. So that's a nice little step, just so you know, not to get glitter everywhere. You kind of want to, apply a setting spray first to help it stick. Now in this next step, we're going to take it a step further and apply this green liner in her waterline. This is just going to really help her brown eyes pop, and we're going to smoke it out a little bit later just to solidify it, make it, that much better. Now I'm going to apply some primer. I like to go with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enrich base first. This is for oily and dry skin, and it's just a nice step for prepping the skin. It is really a great primer and moisturizer, and it smells amazing. Next, I'm going to go in with Calamine lotion, and this is just going to help mattify. Please do not use Milk of a Magnesia. If you want to use a nice liquid primer that's going to help, use this. This foundation was kind of warm, so I'm going to use this blue foundation mixing pigment to neutralize it. So this is definitely a great thing to have in your kit, or if you don't even do makeup, if you do it yourself. If you notice you have a foundation that's like really close to your skin tone, but it's coming off warm or it's oxidizing warm, please get this. It is literally a game changer, and it will neutralize it and help you save spending even more money for a whole nother foundation. You can find it at Ulta for like $11. So worth it. And when applying foundation, you want to do a pressing motion. This is definitely going to get you a nice airbrush finish. So press it into the skin. No swiping, circling, just press it. I'm going to go in with the corrector. This is from Milani and it's in the shade Pumpkin. And I just put this on the places that she has a little hyperpigmentation. So underneath the eyes, above the lip, you know, just little places like that, just to color correct it before we apply our concealer. Neck check, and everything is checking out amazingly. Get that blue pigment, y'all. Now I'm applying my concealer. I like to apply it in like a triangle type shape underneath the eyes. I know a lot of people, they're doing this more minimalistic type of concealer nowadays. Baby, I like to apply my concealer the way I like to apply my concealer, and this is the way. I like to go above the brows, in the center of the nose, above the lips, and on the chin. And we're gonna blend this all out seamlessly. Now it's totally optional to add another concealer that's a little bit lighter for like just another step of highlight, but I thought this was pretty perfect, especially for the event that she was going to. Now if she was going to, you know, somewhere nightlife and all that, we probably would have added a little bit extra, but I thought this was perfect for her event, and it just highlighted her naturally and just did what it needed to do without having to add on a whole nother layer of concealer. Now I'm going to take my black opal foundation stick in the shade Suede Mocha, and I'm going to use that to just contour around her forehead, her nose, and her cheeks. And I like to take the same foundation brush and just really blend that all together because it has leftover foundation on it, and it just marries all of this together and just makes it seamless. Next, I'll take a fluffy eyeshadow brush and just use that to diffuse the contour on the nose because we do not like harsh nose contour. We want it to look natural. Next, I'm going to reblend her concealer to make sure it didn't settle underneath the eyes before I set it. Now I'm setting it with powders just to make sure that it doesn't crease throughout the day. And it just, whenever you know you apply a concealer, you always want to set it with a powder, whether it's a loose powder or a pressed powder. And I'm just using this brush to diffuse it one more time before we move on to our next step of setting powder. With my Sacha Buttercup powder, I'm going to use that to go along the sides of the nose because it's just a little darker and it has that yellow undertone. And I'm going to go on the bridge of the nose, the forehead, and underneath that contour. Now we're going to add some bronzer to really snatch those cheeks, baby. Wherever you put concealer, remember, always put powder. Now I'm using my Ben Nye Powder Foundation Palette to dust away any of that setting powder and pretty much bring things back down just a little bit so that, you know, if she takes a picture, she doesn't have that harsh flashback. We just want to make sure that we're getting everything back toned down, neutralizing it so that way that it looks natural and seamless when she takes pictures. Also going in with my MAC foundation powder in the shade NC55, and I'm just putting this all over her face. This is like her skin tone, so this is just blending everything together. Now I'm going in with my KKO Beauty blush palette. When I tell y'all this blush palette is the bomb, I'm gonna definitely link this in my description box below. Use my link and you get some money off. Girl, you need this. Now I'm applying my highlighter in the heights of her cheeks, on her bridge of her nose, underneath the brow bone. This is just, you know, wherever the light hits, you want to apply that highlighter so she just looks glowing, baby, beaming when she walks in the room. I'll just go back in with a little bit more of my blush just to make sure that there's no harsh lines within that highlighter, just so they can marry that blush and that highlighter and that contour kind of just all together. Now we're going to smoke out that under eye. I go in with that deepest brown color, that first color that we used originally on the eye. And then I'm just going to go lighter and lighter to basically get that gradient smoky effect. She has beautiful bottom lashes, so we're just going to add some mascara on that bottom lash line. I love using the Max Stack mascara. This really is a great mascara for bottom lashes. Now we're going to go in and line her lips, y'all. This was originally supposed to be an eyeliner pencil, but it was a gorgeous color for the lips. And that's the great thing about makeup, y'all. There's no rules. You can do whatever you want. Now I'm just diffusing those harsh lines with a Q-tip. Then I'm going to apply this NYX liquid lipstick in the color Flaunted. So pretty. Next, I'm going to use the NYX Buttergloss in the color Madeline. Everybody has to have this color. Like, it doesn't matter if it's in your kit, if it's in your purse, if it's in the car, baby, you need to have it on deck. This color is gorgeous on everybody. Lastly, we're applying the finishing touches, which is her beauty marks that kind of got covered up while I was doing the makeup. So I'm just putting those back on there, baby, because we need the beauty marks. She ready. Okay, baby, thank you so much for watching the video. This is the final look, y'all. I'm going to show you what it looks like on my camera and what it looks like on my phone. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see y'all in the next video. Mwah.